Pranik, and on behalf of OPINE Group, I welcome you all to this webinar on data visualization using Power BI. Let me spend a minute on what OPINE Group is. OPINE Group is basically into the analytics consulting and analytics project delivery. We also have the training division where we conduct the training for corporates as well as the trainings in our own center. And this webinar is for such people who wish to join our training courses in our office. Before getting into why you should be learning Power BI, let me leave you with certain screenshots which will be of your interest. I hope when you see these visualizations, when you see these graphs, you would definitely like to learn how you can create these professionally, created and visually impactful visualizations based on your data. And that's what this particular course is all about. So as I said, if you like what you saw, if you fancy doing these things yourself, then you are at the right place. Welcome to our data visualization using Power BI. So why should you learn Power BI? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through certain scenarios, and I'm sure you will relate to one or two of those scenarios. And if you relate to these scenarios, you are the right person who should be learning the Power BI. Let's say you are an analyst working on a lot of data using tools such as Excel. Now, problem with the Excel is that you have to spend days and sleepless nights in gathering the data, checking it, rectifying it, verifying it, reconciling it before you can even start producing the reports. You have to perform the same calculations manually in Excel every time you want to present the data. And every management meeting, every board meeting is a nightmare for you. So if that is the scenario you relate to, you should be learning the Power BI. Now you are a professional working in a functional domain. You know your data, you want to take decisions based on your data, you know what visualizations you want to use, but you are not really technically savvy, you do not understand IT, you do not understand the things like databases, SQL queries and whatnot. But as I said, you know your data, you know what you want to see out of this data, and you really wish to take the decisions which are data driven and not based on your instincts, not based on your gut feeling. Okay, then you are the person who should be learning the Power BI with us. You are a fresh graduate, you don't know anything about your career, you have just graduated, you don't know where you should start, what should be your first career choice, you are confused and you don't know where to start. Now you are looking for the career opportunity where you want to use the wealth of data that organizations always have with them, and you want to make use of that particular data, convert that data into intelligence and provide the actionable reports to your management so that the decision making process for them becomes really easy. You are a little bit of IT savvy, you have a little bit of IT background but not much, but you would really want to learn the IT in such a way that it will support your work. You do not really wish to make a career in IT per se, but you want to use those IT tools in a smarter manner so that you can help your organization increase the efficiency, increase the accuracy, increase the productivity of everything that organization performs. Now, as I said, if you have related to any one of these scenarios, you should be joining our course and learning Power BI with us. So when you learn with us, what exactly you are going to learn? Okay, we are going to learn a tool called as Power BI Desktop, which is a development tool from Microsoft. We will be learning how to understand the data. That is very, very essential. If you want to make any meaningful visualization of your data, you need to understand what that data is. So we will be learning various techniques such as data profiling, by which you can understand what your data is, how that data set is related with other data set, and so on and so forth. We will be learning how to get that data into Power BI Desktop application so that it is all in one place, and that makes it easy for you to generate the visualization. How do you summarize and filter the data? Try and understand all the reports or all the dashboards that we will be developing in Power BI. They will be summarized. They will not be the individual data row in your data set, but you will be combining them. If I have to give an example, you perform a lot of sales activity every day, but when you create the report, you present the sale for a month. Right? Now that is nothing but all the months work consolidated together as a single figure. So month of December 22, this is my sales amount. So what you have done, all the work that you have done in the month of December 22, you have summarized it into a single value, which is sale for that particular month. And while you did this, you have also filtered the data, because you have a data before December 2022 as well as after December 2022, but you have only picked up that particular portion of the data by applying the filters. So depending upon your needs, we will also be learning how to do the summarizations and filters. This data can be represented in multiple different intuitive visualizations. So we will be learning various different visualizations such as bar chart, column charts, pie charts, donut charts, map visualizations, and obviously there are always the tables and the matrix reports that we are very, very familiar with. So we will be learning all these reports, what are various features Power BI offers when you create these visualizations. Most importantly, we are going to learn a programming language support called as DAX, or Data Analysis Expression. Now don't get afraid, or don't get frightened, because we are not talking about a full-fledged programming over here. Even if you don't like programming, you don't really need to worry. This is a set of functions where you can do certain calculations and compute certain values which are not available to you directly through your data. Okay, I'm sure those who have worked with Excel, they have used a lot of Excel functions. DAX is not very different from that. It is very easy to understand and it is very to use expression language, which gives a lot of power to the Power BI desktop tool. So that's what we are going to learn in this course. Okay. Now why OPINE? I'm sure Power BI course is available on web, through Udemy, through Coursera. I'm sure there are many other institutes who are offering this course. What is the difference between those courses and OPINE? So what's the OPINE Edge? The training that we offer is completely hands-on. At the end of the course, you will not say I have learned Power BI, but you will say I have used Power BI. There is a huge difference between knowing something and using something, because when you use it, it remains in your mind. You don't have to remember. It's just like learning to ride a bicycle. Even if you have not rode the bicycle for years, when you get the bicycle in hand, you just ride it and you just start driving it. That's exactly what needs to happen with any tool. So our focus is on a very, very hands-on set of sessions where you will be doing and you will be working on various different features of Power BI, rather than telling those features to you in an academic manner. The trainers that we have are all practitioners themselves. They are the people who have industry experience. They know how the industry works. They know what kind of problems the end customer faces and how to solve those problems using the tools and technology that is available today. So when you learn from them, you not only learn the tool, but you also learn the business scenarios that they faced, the challenges that they faced, and how they use this particular tool to overcome those challenges. That's what I said, you relate these concepts to the real life scenarios through learning through these practitioners. Practice, practice and practice, because practice makes a man perfect. So we will be giving you a lot of assignments to work on, apart from all the hands-on session that we conduct as part of our training program. So as I said, at the end of it, you have done a lot of things in Power BI rather than having understood it in Power BI. Okay. There is also a possibility, if you wish, that at the end of this particular training session, you can also opt for our mentor-guided project work. What happens over here is we assign a mentor. That mentor provides you a set of requirements. He or she provides you the data that is required to come up with those dashboards and reports. and you work with your mentor and follow the whole process that you have learned as part of our training. So understanding the data, connecting to the data, creating various different visualizations, various features, apply those features. So you do all of it all over again, so it's just an additional practice session which you can opt for at the end of our training. These are the details of the course. It's total 30 hours of content, as I said, which is very intense and hands-on, 30 hours of work. The batches are at various times. If you are a working person, you wish to have a batch early in the morning before you start your work, or you want it to work the weekend, we can adjust it for you. If you are somebody who can spend time during the day, we have the batches that can happen during the day as well. For all these details, to understand what is our detailed course content, our fees, etc., do get in touch with us. Our email ID and our contact number is there in front of you. Do get in touch with us, and I wish to see most of you joining our course, and look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.